Hello and welcome back, Squirrel Nation. Today I have an insane game to share with all of you. As you can see on the screen, we are talking a Beast Warrior, 10-man Beast Warrior team, a 3-star Berserker, a 3-star Doom. I mean, this was like the absolute sickest team I had ever seen. And unfortunately, it was not my team. So anyways, in today's video, it was super long. This game actually goes to 48 rounds. So I'm actually starting the video at the 26th round. And the reason I'm choosing this is one, just the enemy's comp was sick. I actually end up with a really nice comp too, which you'll see in this video, and a very rare comp. I'll also give you that, a wink wink rare comp. And there's just so much to talk about in this video that's really good about different positionings and that type of stuff, so that's why I chose it. So anyways, with that said, let's dive in. Okay, so here we are, round 26, like I said. Now we can start discussing my comp. I am currently a hybrid of Mage, Knight, and Warrior, and the early subject of this video is going to be the branching. So we discussed hero pools, branching. The reason it's important is it makes you more consistent because it gives you more variance in your builds. It allows you to go for a lot of different things. So in this game, there's a lot of different team comps going on. There is a Divinity Mage, there's a Glacier Knight, there's a Feather Assassin, there is the Beast Warrior, right? So you're seeing almost all the different comps in this game, which means almost everything's contested. So you have to ask yourself, when almost everything's contested, what do you do? In that case, you kind of have to go more for the things that the game is giving you and people are not contesting and try to build a team comp around them, and that's how you can end up with these kind of random comps. So if you see right now, I have my 3 warriors, but I just got my pirate captain to 2-star. My doom is still 1-star, and I do have a hell knight, so my demon synergy's off. The reason I have a hell knight is because I just got my doom, and my hell knight's at 2 stars. I have some items on him, and I also have a 3-star light blade knight. For those of you wondering how the hell did you end up with this crazy comp, I mean, that's just the branching synergy, but for this video, we're not going to cover that. Maybe if you're really interested, I can discuss that in a separate video. So anyways, here we are. I went from early game. I was going for knights with mages because I did hit that 3. I hit a pretty early 3-star Lightblade Knight. And then I started to get dragons, so then I was thinking, okay, why don't I go for dragon knights? But then I never hit the dragon knight, and it was being contested by the glacier knight and another team that actually went dragon mages. So just being contested, I couldn't get it. So then I was like, okay, well then why don't I shift to warriors as my tank, because I did get a early 2-star werewolf. So then I kind of evolved it into like a warrior mages. But I have this 3-star Lightblade Knight, so I don't really want to get rid of a 3-star Lightblade Knight. And so at that point, I'm trying to make a comp fit around it. And this is kind of to the main point that I'm trying to make here is when you understand synergies, when you understand team compositions, how to build a team, it makes you a lot more flexible, and it opens things up for you because you understand what you can do. So here we're hitting our God of Thunder. And at this point, I do have 6 mages. So at this point, I know I can go for human mages or warrior mages, whatever you want to call it, but 6 mages is what I will call it. The thing is, by going to 6 mages, I will have to remove something that I probably don't want to remove. So I'm totally fine selling the Hell Knight, but that only makes 1 space, and I need 2 spaces because I need to put in the Source and I need to put in Thunder Spirit. Right now, both of them are 1-star, so that's why I'm leaving in my Hell Knight just for the extra tankiness. So anyways, that becomes a choice. So for me, I'm looking at my health pool. I have 72 health. My economy's not great, but I basically have everything I need. So my decision in this game is, hey, why don't I go to level 10? Because that way I can get in 6 mages and I can keep in this 3-star Lightblade Knight, and we can go from there. So when we're scouting around, we're going to see what's left. And that comp that I showed you in the beginning of the video is in first place. Been front running, had crazy economy, just everything, and you can start to see that in the, yeah, you can see it. And here's the Divinity Mage, 3-star Thunder Spirit, 3-star Source. Oh, I wonder why it's hard for me to find them. And like I said, I'm having to adapt to these things because people are grabbing different stuff. And if you notice, there was another mage, but at the same time, I was able to get the early 2-star Tortola Elder. So this comp was evolving throughout this entire game. So anyways, onto the minion round, and here is when this gets into like top 3 is when we can start really talking about positioning, because positioning ends up playing a huge part in this game. So anyways, that is what we are doing right now. We're looking, okay, there is the dragon, but at this point, no, I'm committed to 6 mages, and that is what we are going to go for. So Lightblade Knight, definitely buffing her up. I can put her in the middle. Tortola Elder, I do want to, I'm kind of considering, I want to keep it alive because that is going to be my big damage. God of Thunder can obviously be my big damage too, but he's only 1 star right now. And yeah, so we're just going to stick with it. So we are on a win streak, which is nice, and you can see, here's the Beast Warrior, our first fight with him. Already has a 3-star War Chief, and yeah, he is definitely looking scary. Thankfully, we counter build this player, so that is a nice thing. But even though we counter build, this Beast Warrior is still a very worrisome opponent because of his quality. His quality is insane because he was win streaking super early in the game and just dominating people. So that is the way it goes. So right now it's him, me in 2nd place, and then the Divinity Mage in 3rd place. So the Divinity Mage is also a worry for me, and this is where the first positional thing is going to come. When you are fighting a Divinity Mage, as my team, if you look at his team comp, I want to position myself away from him, diagonal, okay? I want to be diagonal to his team. And why do I want to be diagonal? Is because his Thunder Spirit is 3 stars. If I'm on the same side of the map as him, his Thunder Spirit is going to hit my entire team and wreck me, okay? So I want to be across like this. And the reason for that is my team will jump and they'll spread out like you just saw right here. My front line will jump towards his team and my back line will stay in the corner, which means the Thunder Spirit will hit my front line, but it won't hit all my backline squishies and wreck them. Okay, same thing with his Siren. If you notice, the Divinity Mage also has a Siren. So if I'm on the same side of the map as the Divinity Mage, then he's going to turn my entire team to stone. But if I can be opposite side, then the stuff in the very corner, like my Tortola Elder, will not get turned to stone. So that is another thing to kind of keep in mind. And the Divinity Mage can position his Siren such that it will stone my whole team even if I'm across the map, but they won't always do that. So he would need to position his Siren to the, well, it's my left. We'll say from my point of view left. So if you notice, he positions, I didn't scout, and this is why I was pointing this out. I did not scout, he did. He switched his sides of the map. Or actually, let me rephrase that. I scouted early, I switched away from him, and now he scouted and he switched back same side as me because I probably beat him from his point of view. And you can see he crushes me. So this is the first main point in the game. He is the only person beating me right now, and he only beats me if he's on the same side of the map as me, okay? So if whoever gets the positional advantage wins between me and the Divinity Mage right now. The reason I'm harping on that, I'm focusing on that so much is because of this, is if out of the 4 remaining players, there's only 1 who beats me, right? How should I position my team? Who should I scout? Where should I spend my focus? I should be spending it on him, right? So that's why I want to point that out. So when you are playing a game, and even towards the end rounds, it's hard to scout all the teams, but just understand that you should be scouting the team that beats you, okay? If all the teams beat you, well, too bad. But there's a lot of times that it's only 1, maybe 2 of the teams scout you, or can beat you, so then make sure those are the 2 teams you're spending your scouting effort on, and yeah, you catch up. So anyways, like you saw, we beat the Beast Warrior, and we've been beating this Hunter player, so anyways, that's just what we hit. Another update is we have hit our 6 mages, because I went to 10 like we said. I hit my 2-star Thunder Spirit, my 2-star Source, and now we're talking about positioning. Like we said, I want to switch back opposite sides, because we know the Divinity player, he countered us, so now we're going to counter him. So we are switching back opposite sides of him, and I'm deciding on the optimal formation here, and I decide I'm going to front my God of Thunder. I just want him to get off 1 ultimate. If you don't have Divinity Synergy, God of Thunder's cooldown is very long, so generally he's only going to get 1, maybe 2 ultimates off anyways. So my idea is, hey, let's just front him, get the damage off right away, And because when you're running a 6 mage, understand your win condition. My win condition is kill the enemies very quickly, right? I need to melt them because if I let them sit there and sustain damage on me, I'm going to get wrecked. And you will see that coming up with this Beast Warrior who is about to get insane. Fortunately, we hit a 2-star God of Thunder, so things are looking nice. I'm deciding what to get, Polymorph or the armor, okay? So if we think about what the game is coming down to, two of the teams are very physical based, the Hunter and the 6 Warrior. And you can see the Divinity Mage is having issue with most of the teams right now, so I don't think the Divinity Mage is going to hang around, so I opt to buy the armor, and I even front my Pirate Captain. Why did I front my Pirate Captain? Because if you notice, my Pirate Captain just hit the entire enemy team with the Frost Armor, so that's why I moved him forward just that little bit, so even he hits the far back side of the enemy team. And even with the Frost Armor, look at this. He is crushing through me. And you see what I'm saying? If, as a 6 mage, you do not kill people with your first barrage of ultimates, you are going to get wrecked by them, especially these crazy warriors, because he now has a 3-star Berserker. This 3-star Berserker is so sick, I cannot even explain. Like, you'll see from his point of view. So he has 3-star Berserker, 2 Dooms, 2 2-star Dooms. I mean, his team is like the wet dream of a Beast Warrior player. So now it's into top 3. The Divinity Mage is out of the game, so positioning cross corner to me doesn't matter as much now. Now my focus is the Beast Warrior. He's the only person, realistically, who can do anything. The person in 3rd place is the Hunter, and I've been crushing him most of the game, so I don't really need to worry. So now me and this Beast Warrior are basically getting into positional battles, and for the remainder of this video, we will discuss the positioning and how much it matters. So this is the main reason I chose the game, is because positioning is what wins or loses this game. If you can notice, he's beating me, and I'm at level 10, and he's only at level 9, okay? So that is a bad spot, right? If he's 1 hero behind me, and I have the sick upgrades, like I have a 2-star God of War, everything's 2-star, I have a 3-star Light Blade, right? Just my team is looking sick, and I'm down a hero, or I'm up 1 hero, and I'm still losing to him, that's a problem, right? So that's where you need to kind of think about what you're doing. So here, he's keeping the same formation. So my idea here is I want Frost Armor to hit everything, and I want to get silences off on the right targets, and I want to make sure that I can burst damage the enemy down. So anyways, here's, like I said, here's the Hunter. We've been beating him. It's not a big deal. He's going to be out of the game probably this round because, yeah, he is going to lose to me, and he's most likely losing to the Warrior. So anyways, from the Warrior's point of view, I beat him. So our position is kind of 50-50, and there you go. The Hunter does lose to the Warrior, so now he's out. So good news for us is we hit quite a bit of items, but at the same time, the Beast Warrior also hits items. Fortunately, we do get an Orb of Refresh onto our Tortola Elder, so that is really nice. We also get the Puppet Mask, and I already have one on my Tortola Elder, so I'm deciding who I want to put it on. So I want most of my team to have Lifesteal, and I decided to put it on my Thunder Spirit. And you're going to see why in this next fight, is I'm going to move up my front line because I want to engage and ultimate as quick as possible against the Warrior and hit everything. So I want my Thunder Spirit to hit the very back side of the map. So I move them forward, I leave my 4 range in the back, and now you can see my entire team is getting Lifesteal. My front line is getting Lifesteal from my Thunder Spirit, and my back line is getting Lifesteal from my Tortola Elder. So that's why that positioning matters. And you can see the end result is we performed a lot better from our viewpoint. Unfortunately, from his viewpoint, he's still, he beats me, and essentially we tie. Okay, so now here's another thing that starts to worry me, is he's going to be able to get to level 10, right? So he's saving up gold. We have a neutral round. We're both about to fight the Glacier Clan, and then he's going to be able to hit level 10 after that. So again, putting on items. Honestly, I could have even put that staff on a God of Thunder, but my thing is Orb of Refresh is on my Tortola Elder, so I'm going to put it there. I want to make my God of Thunder tanky, just because I am fronting him, and I want it to take time for the enemies to kill. So that is how we are going. The Lightblade Knight we are leaving in. You need to consider, and I was considering, is that she's more of cleanup for me against the Beast Warrior, and she's really there for those Poison Worm spawns. One really big issue against Beast Warriors in the Poison Worm is the wards do not take damage from magic. So they don't take damage from ultimates, and the problem with mages is you can end up losing to the wards alone because your mages will keep ulting and the wards just keep chunking down. Lightblade Knight is really, really good at dealing with the wards because her auto attacks that bounce do kill the wards. So Lightblade Knight is really good at cleaning up wards, so that's one reason I'm kind of leaving her in. Anyways, so back to the thing, attack range really matters. So notice all my 4 attack are on the very back, but my 3 attack and my melee frontline are in the front. And notice he makes a huge positional mistakes. He goes into a corner. This is the absolute worst thing you could do against a mage player. So he went from us being pretty tied to absolutely getting destroyed by me, right? He got destroyed his view and he got destroyed my view. So that's a positional thing. That was a terrible mistake by him to corner himself. He does realize that and he moves on, but I'm showing you this all of you this, so you don't have to do what he did and make the big mistake. So when you are fighting a mage player, do not corner your team. If you corner your team, you are asking to get absolutely destroyed. And hopefully my explanation about why I want to move up my Thunder Spirit makes sense. Where my Thunder Spirit is now, it's going to hit like everything of his. So hopefully I'm making that point clear. Whereas if I had my Thunder Spirit back one space, it would not hit like the Berserker and Poison Worm as an example. But anyways, we get our ults off. It's beautiful. We are dodging the silence. Same thing, he's staying cornered. He still has not learned his lesson. But he did go to his level 10, and even cornered, he starts to get me, right? It's like, oh my god, that is bad, right? This is emergency bells, okay? If a warrior player corners themselves against you as a 6 mage player, okay, and they don't get wrecked, scary times. And one of my big issues is my stupid Doom I cannot hit because my enemy has a 3-star Doom. So I've been rolling so long in this game, can't get it. So finally I'm just like, you know what? This warrior buff doesn't matter. I need more burst damage. And he splits too. So now he splits, uncorners himself, but I get, luckily I hit another 2-star God of War. So now we have 2 of them. Now our burst damage is going to be a little bit better. Not a little bit, a lot a bit better. And you can see that it's really what it comes down to. And this game, I want to really emphasize to everybody, this is how mages work. You either kill them with your ultimates or you're done. Because look at this, like, I had him down to 2 heroes, and I had 5 left from his point of view, and his Berserker just absolutely went through everything except my Tortola Elder, which finally ulted again, thank God. So, anyways, burst, burst, burst. When you're positioning, think about it. And you can see he's splitting. So my thought is I'm going to center my formation. Here's the problem. When they're splitting, I want to be in the center because I want my Thunder Spirit to be in the center, is my thought. And the problem there, I moved back because I realized I don't have enough time to move my whole formation. But what I'm going to want to do is go to the center of the map so that I can hit everything. Fortunately for me, he commits to one side. So once again, you can see I'm winning when things are bunched up. When he bunches up his team, I'm winning. And see, I wreck him from his point of view too. He's down to 8 health now. Okay, this is good. But both of us can absolutely crush the other one's health. So this kind of is a problem. So what I'm saying is if he splits to, let's say, half his team left, half his team right, what I want to do is I want like my Thunder Spirit to be in the middle of the map. So that way his team's going to collapse in towards the middle. From the left side they're going to flank me, from the right side they're going to flank me, and that way my Thunder Spirit will still hit everything. Same with my Pirate Captain will, if I'm centered, will clump his team together even if they're split. So that's what I'm thinking. I should be scouting more here, but oh, never mind. This is a minion round, so it doesn't really matter. But here is something that gets rough for me, is he gets a Flash Dagger, and that is the last thing I want him to get, because the Flash Dagger is going to allow him to get something in my backline, and the problem with that is mages their ultimates can be distracted, and if I send a ultimate out and it doesn't hit the majority of his team, let's say my Tortola Elder ultimates just one character, I'm in huge trouble, right? Because you've seen I have to kill them with my ultimates. If I don't kill them with my first round of ultimates, I'm going to get smashed and just crushed through, okay? So here, at this point, I don't realize he has a Flash Dagger, but you're going to see in this fight, this is when I learn he has a Flash Dagger. I'm like, and I kind of was onto it because his clan chief, and notice it flashes back. Thankfully, this is where he could have beat me even harder than this, is thankfully his clan chief lined up with the rest of his team, so my Tortola Elder still hit everything. But you can see he did crush me from my point of view. I had, what, like a 30 health lead, and now I'm only 5 health ahead. So, I mean, it's basically coming down to the end of the game right here. This is just what it is. So, how do you counter a flash dagger, right? That's what you need to think about. How do I counter the flash dagger? One, we're taking the center of the map finally, like I was discussing. And two, if the flash dagger flashes in its row to the back line, okay? So if you notice, the same row his clan chief is, I put 4 heroes. So his flash dagger is not going to flash into my back line. Hopefully you see this. See? If you pause, bam, you see how the flash dagger just came to my God of Thunder? That's because I put 4 heroes in the same line as the clan chief. That is so important. Like, that's why I just won that fight. So I hope this, and this is this 3-star Berserker is freaking insane. Just look at this thing. Like, oh my God, please. I thought I won the game there, right? I was like, I have 4 heroes alive. This Berserker's dead. Yeah, right. And then he's like, 2-shot, 2-shot, 2-shot. Okay, finally they ult again. Anyways, 4 in a line. Okay, but once again, now there's another way for him to counter is if his flash dagger goes, or you're going to see it in here. But notice I'm looking where his clan chief is. Okay, he's trying to move it, so he's trying to be sneaky, right? He moved it up, and he shifted it over 1 row, so what do? I leave my formation so I can just, bam, switch over my Tortola Elder, right? And that's why we set up the formation that way. Unfortunately here, if you notice before he put his clan chief in the very, very back row, so it instantly flash daggered because of the range. But because he actually put it 1 space forward, his clan chief actually didn't flash to our teams. So that's a mechanic I actually myself didn't know. So that's something I learned too. So if you have a flash dagger and your enemy's trying to do what I did, which is stack 4 heroes in a row so your flash dagger doesn't go to the back, then what you need to do is you actually need to move your flash dagger hero to the 2nd row from the back of the board. But anyways, that's it for the video. I hope you all enjoyed this game as much as I did. It was like a super fun game. Sick comps, right? He got that sick beast comp. I got a really nice 6 mage comp, which is very rare nowadays. And then the other thing is I thought the positional battle was like super high level in this game. So I hope you all enjoyed that. As always, take care, happy ranking, and I will talk to you all tomorrow.